Good afternoon, everybody. It is past noon, and I know in my last video I said good morning when it was past noon, so I made it. It was a mistake in the video, but it's all good. So I got two articles that I got from that Park Place, and today we got this, and I've been hearing this, and I saw this on Twitter from Grumps. Former Sony chairman Sean Layden tells gamers if they don't like Ghost of Yore, don't buy it. Here's the thing, bro, that he needs to understand, dude. People gotta understand. Like, let's say me. I got no problem with a female. I got no problem playing with a female character in the game. I have got no problem. You know? But here's the problem. When a company is trying to go about identity politics, making the woman protagonist being bossy, being a badass, making her think that she could take down men like this in a swoop, that's, come on, man. And right now, you have an activist playing the lead character. An activist who calls police officers white supremacists, who is into the LGBTQA nonsense, all that, and who has all pronouns in her profile. That's the problem. And not only that, they have a former employee who used to work for Sweet Baby Inc. also. That's another issue that people are concerned about. That is the concerns that people have. Me, I'm interested in getting this game not because of that nonsense, because I loved the Ghost of Tsushima Part 1. I loved that game. It was one of the best open world games out there. So, come on, man. Don't ruin this fucking game. That's all I'm asking. But let's take a look at this article and you guys tell me what you think. Former Sony chairman Sean Layden told gamers that they are uninterested or don't like the Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Ghost of Yeti, they should not buy it. Layden shared his comments while reacting to YouTuber Enemy's initial reaction to the game's trailer. He wrote, Ghost of Tsushima, a sequel starts a Japanese woman's samurai war because, of course, it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by women. He added, Ghost of Yori is a small spin-off game, but if this is a true sequel and this is the new main character over Jin Saki, fuck that. So sick of the forced girl boss narrative, man. You know, I mean, look, Enemon has the right to feel that way, bro. He has every right. That's his opinion. Because time and time and time again, we have been seeing this nonsense happen, bro. Especially in TV shows and cartoons and movies. And, of course, other games. We've been seeing identity politics take over. So, YouTuber Mighty Keith, who I know, by the way, who I watched, by the way, reacted to this by attacking Enemon and writing, man, what an absolute loser. Layden responds to this post writing, 1, it's a game. Second, an entertainment, a story of team of creators believe and they want to make this. He added, 2, it's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? All right. So, wow, man. So, Mighty Keith and Sean Layden attacked this guy, bro. It's his opinion, dude. It is his opinion of the game. Mighty Keith, he jokes around and everything and all this. And I like this. I know he loved the Ghost of Tsushima. He loved the game. And I know he's excited about Ghost of Yeti, bro. But remember, and I'm not gonna disrespect Keith. I'm not gonna disrespect him in a way, bro. But Keith, he has his opinion. Everyone's got an opinion about it because, like I said, and like people have said, we've seen this time and time and time again with all these female girl bosses try to take over the franchise. I mean, look what happened to Willow. Look what happened to National Treasures. Look what happened to Obi-Wan Kenobi show. The Book of Boba Fett. Look what happened to Ahsoka. All went to ruin, especially the Acolyte. This is something we're all tired of. Star Wars Outlaws. Assassin's Creed Shadows. People are sick and tired of the companies trying to put identity politics first before entertainment. But we're going to see, bro. Like I said, I'm a little worried, but I'm still interested in getting this game. But like I said, we only had a small piece of the trailer, a small take of it. So I would like to see more. I want to see more of this game. Like I said, despite there's a female lead who's an activist, and also a former of Sweet Baby employee working with them. Despite that, I am interested in knowing more about this game. So, Layton's first point is likely untrue given Sony and PlayStation have made it very clear they are not just in business of making games and entertaining anymore, but they are indeed in the business of propagating gamers' woke ideology through their games. Companies' websites makes this very clear. Diversifying the game industry is one of our most important goals. Sony's Interactive is committed to preparing and nurturing underrepresented talent for careers in the game industry. Furthermore, it adds, we want our workforce to reflect diversity of thought and experiences of our player base. We have set our clear and ambitious aspirations, built internal and external talent pipelines, and expanded our diversity sourcing, retention, and development efforts to increase diverse representation at Sony Interactive. Yeah, but look what happened to Concord. Immediately after 2 weeks, Concord went off the shelf. Concord went off the PlayStation Store. People got their refunds back on Steam and on this. So Sony right now is in a... Sony better get their act together, bro. Sony needs to think about it. Especially Sean Layden. He better think this through very carefully of the words he just said. He has to think about the words that he just said. So let's keep reading. Not only does the company seemingly have discriminatory hiring policies based on skin color and sex, but it also makes it clear it's injecting woke messaging into these games. We are also committed to highlighting diversity in products. We feature curated collections of PlayStation Store around themes, such as amazing heroines, LGBTQIA+, characters, and accessibility-friendly titles. To be clear, Ghost of Yodi is being developed by Sucker Punch Productions, a subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment. As for whether the creative team believes in the game, it's likely this is a true given Sony's hiring policy appears to be based on what not only skin tone and gender, but likely woke ideology as well. If the company is hiring woke ideologies, it's quite likely that woke ideologies will attempt to create projects they believe in. The Lord of the Rings author J.R. Tolkien even noticed that the fact that he was a Christian could be deduced from his work. He wrote in the letter of 213 to Deborah Webster, I am a Christian which can be deduced from my stories, and in fact a Roman Catholic. In the letter of 142 to Robert Murray S.J. Tolkien, also credited his mother fates and unbringing as to why the Lord of the Rings was consciously Catholic during his revision of it. He wrote, Lord of the Rings is, of course, a fundamentally religious and Catholic work. Unconsciously, so at first, but consciously in the revision, that is why I have to put in or have cut out practically all references or to anything like religion, to cults or practices. In the imaginary world, for the religious element is absorbed into the story and the symbolism. However, that is very clumsily put and sounds more self-important than I feel. For as a matter of fact, I have consciously planned very little and should chiefly be grateful for having been brought up since I was 8 in a faith that has nourished me and taught me all the little that I know and that I owe to my mother, who clung to her conversation and died young, largely through the hardships of poverty resulting from it. Tolkien added. Clearly, if Tolkien consciously revised Lord of the Rings to be Catholic, one could assume that woke ideologies are consciously attempting to inject their own philosophy and religion into the creative works they are creating. Yeah, it's ridiculous. As for Layden's second point, that's exactly what games have been doing, and it has been especially highlighted this year as they have chosen to avoid games that have pushed woke ideologies such as Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Concord, Star Wars Outlaws, and others. And ironically, this advice is usually taken up by the people being lectured by individuals like Layden. Maybe the most famous instance of this was Marvel Comics writer Kelly Sue DeConnick. Back in 2013, she told Sci-Fi Right, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Later in the interview, she said, I'm going to make the book that I'm going to make, and if you don't want it to read them, don't read them. In 2019, DeConnick was lamenting the state of the comic book industry, telling Nerd News, from our perspective, the industry has contracted, and we're very worried about comics right now. So it's always interesting to me that the outside perspective is always comics are booming. She later started, I think I tend to be pretty optimistic, but in this one I'm worried. I'm straight worried. When asked why, she elaborated, because stories are closing at a phenomenal rate. Independent comic sales are down. Mainstream comic sales are down except the top 3 of the 5 books are up. Everything in the mid list is way down. Numbers that used to be numbers that would get you canceled are now like, no, that's a hit. Independent books making the cost of doing floppins is like names that should be able to do if no sweat are going into the red and on singles and not coming out until the trades. And it worries me. She elaborated. More recently, Doctor Who actor Nitui Gatwa informed Variety that people who did not like his casting should not watch. Turn off the TV. Go and touch grass, please, for God's sake. They took his advice. Gatwa's turn as the Doctor posted the worst ratings in the series' entire history. The finale only garnered 2.25 million viewers overnight and only achieved 3.6 million views after a week. At one point, the show barely achieved over 2 million views, with the penultimate episode only bringing in 2.2 million viewers overnight. As for Layden's final comment, questioning if Edelman should make the game he wants himself, maybe people are indeed doing that. They are taking the advice C.S. Lewis gave to Tolkien. If they won't write the kind of books we want to read, we shall write them ourselves, but it is very laborious. Numerous individuals are doing this. They are making their own games, comics, novels, movies, and TV shows. Yeah, man, I mean, this is the problem, dude. Layden needs to understand this, bro. Sean Layden needs to understand. All this is happening for real. All this nonsense of identity politics is trying to ruin certain franchises, bro. Look what's going on with Star Wars. Look what happened to Assassin's Creed, Concord, and now this. But am I still wanting to get this game? Yes, I still want to get this game. But I have the right to be concerned about it too. So, I mean, that's my opinion. Matter of fact, I want to check this real quick. I want to check something real quick on this. Don't mind that. That's my page. I want to check something real quick here. Stand by a minute. I want to look at something here. I want to see something real quick. Where is it? I want to look at that chart. Yeah, I was just checking out. I'm right now in another article that I talked about when Sweet Baby Inc. removed Square Enix from the client list. I don't see Sucker Punch in that list. So that's a good thing. But like I said, we still got a freaking employee. We still have a so-called employee that used to work for... I forgot to enhance this by accident. I did it by accident. And we forgot to... We have to worry that we have a former Sweet Baby Inc. employee working with Sucker Punch right now. So, I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to try to influence this game into the DEI or whatever nonsense? We don't know. Everyone, including myself, have a right to be concerned about this. But am I still interested in this game? Yes, I am still interested in this game. I am still interested, but concerned at the same time. So, accept my opinion on it. So, that's going to be it for this video. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think of this article. What do you think of Shawn Layden? If you like the video, hit the like button. Share this video. Post a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Alright guys, you guys have a good day. Bye for now.